Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I am going to be talking about the Good and the Beautiful language arts and why we are debating not using it anymore. I'm Nicole. I'm a homeschooling mom to a 6, turns 5 tomorrow, and 1.5-year-old. And we have been using the Good and the Beautiful language arts since my oldest was 3. So we did, he didn't do pre-K, he did K-prime or preschool. He did K-primer, kindergarten, and he's about finished with level 1. And I do have level 2 printed out, and I am debating using it. I'll tell you guys why in a sec. My just turning 5-year-old tomorrow is Valentine's Day. He did the preschool, he did K-primer, and now he's doing kindergarten. He's just a few lessons in. I have another video talking about how we take the kindergarten year kind of over 2 years. We take our time with it because they do kind of hit that like rut where they are doing like letter blends. Anyway, that's another video. So why is the Good and the Beautiful maybe not working for us anymore? So what I have loved about it is that it was really great. My 6-year-old is an amazing reader. He is reading like full-on chapter books, not readers, but like chapter books. And my 4, almost 5-year-old is reading their starter. They don't sell them anymore, but their starter. Oh yeah, and you will notice this is the old version, which I prefer, and I'll talk about that as well. So, sorry. He is reading 4-letter words. He's reading just very well. And I think the Good and the Beautiful has been a big help with that. So they came out with their new version of level K, level 1, level 2, and it is essentially easier. So that is already what my issue kind of is. So this is the previous version, which you could say is a little bit more difficult. Like I know in the level K, they teach the bossy E in the version that I use, words like take or make, or, you know, the bossy E at the end. And now it's not in level K anymore in their new version. It's moved into level 1. So less advanced. We use like Singapore dimensions for math, so I kind of like to be a grade ahead, and then I feel like we can, if we skip lessons for a day, it's not a big deal because we're already way ahead. So anyway, I have found that it is maybe not the depth that I'm wanting to be. So I find myself wanting he's only level 1, so he's going to be starting like 2nd grade work soon. I find myself thinking that he loves writing. He'll write on his own. He writes stories. He writes all these things. And, you know, he'll be like, Mom, what can I write about? And of course I can think of things, but I also want more of a writing program for him. And I don't think that really starts until level 3 in the Good and the Beautiful. So I find myself, okay, well, maybe I will supplement with like IEW or Memoria Press, just have a little writing thing on the side. Even though their writing program is pretty much like their whole language arts for the year. So I'd be doing double language arts. And then that leads me to, okay, well, more writing. So we will add more writing. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, it doesn't have a ton of grammar, like sentence editing. It does have a little bit, and the little bit that it has, my son loves. And I'm sure in level 2, it's a bit more. But then I'm like, oh, maybe I should add in fix-it grammar as well from IEW. You can hear my children. And that is just my current kind of issue with it. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about it because I'm on a few like Facebook groups. I'm not on Facebook except for homeschool groups. That's the only thing I use it for. But I've heard that other people feel the same. And so I kind of wanted to just let you guys know that is what I'm thinking right now. And so maybe you're thinking the same things. I haven't landed on what I'm going to do yet. So ultimately I have loved the Good and Beautiful for first starting homeschool, not knowing where to go. It has a script in it, so you don't even have to think of like, how am I going to teach this? You can just read the script, and it's very it doesn't sound robotic. It's not so this is not like a hating on the Good and the Beautiful video, because I honestly think it was so helpful. Like, it made me feel comfortable with homeschooling. It was a really good intro language arts, not just for my children, but for me as well, into teaching. But I just am kind of feeling like we may have outgrown it, but it's also hard for me to let it go. So I'm kind of like, do we try to do level 2? And he does the lesson in like 2 minutes, and he doesn't even need me there. I am there and I'm doing it with him, but he doesn't need me to. Sometimes I'll be working with my kindergartner, and I'll look over and he's already like almost finished his lesson, and I haven't even gotten to him yet. I'm like, oh, okay, good job. You don't even need me for it. So yeah, he just needs a little bit more of a challenge, I suppose. And you may think, well, why don't you just go to level 3? It doesn't really work like that, because there's things that you would miss out on. So that's essentially where I'm at, is looking at if I switch over to something like IEW or Memoria Press or something like that, will they match up as far as you were going to learn this in the Good and the Beautiful 2nd grade, but IEW taught that in 1st grade, so he's gonna miss all of these grammar rules or things like that. So I think that I will probably keep it around, see how it goes next year, and add in these other things. But honestly, I think we ultimately might end up just dropping it for my oldest son, finish out level 1 with my 2nd, and then probably not do it again until my daughter starts learning how to read. Even though I have really enjoyed it while we've had it, but like I said, I just think that the depth is not necessarily there for us, but I could totally see how it's amazing, especially for families with like big families. But I only have 3 kids, and I don't really plan on having more. I mean, who knows? So I think that I can sit down with them while they're writing and really go in depth, especially since they seem to be craving that and craving the difficulty. It's just, I think they're just getting a little bit bored with it. So what I have seen other families do as well is kind of leave it for a bit, shelf it, and then come back to it. So that's also something we might do. But hopefully you guys found this helpful. Like I said, we do the old version because it's more challenging, and that's what my family is enjoying, and that's the place that we're at right now. So yeah, this is just a quick little video kind of updating you guys with the Good and the Beautiful, because I know I always like kind of hearing, I guess it's kind of like a review. I might put that in the title. It's kind of a review. We love it, but needing something a little bit more challenging. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.